Don't worry. Yes, it is around 3:30, and yes, I am posting again. But if you can hear my voice, it's not so pissed off, and I'll try and keep it a bit happier. It's a bit lighter for you. I'm not going to complain in this video. And it's going to be of a different tone than past nights. But nonetheless, I thought life presented the situation where it was appropriate and relevant to post a video, and that's what I'm doing. What happened? So why am I posting? What am I doing? What is the point? The point is, first of all, my mental health granted me rest for the first time in days. I don't know. I'll probably I've probably rested for an hour here and there over the past few days, but with all the pressure and the relentlessness, I've not really felt it, and I don't know. It's just that was the first bit of sleep. It was only about an hour and a half, but that's what I would have had. And that was the first bit of sleep I've had in days. But it's not even the sleep. It's the fact that I accept if I don't get sleep, that's fine. But my mental health hasn't even been allowing me to rest and lie down. It's been antagonising me, and I've not been able to accept life without rest due to the physical implications it has on the body. Your body becomes tense, your body becomes unwell, and unfortunately my mind isn't perfect enough yet to live life that way. So I'm struggling I was going to try and express gratitude for the sleep, but I'm not in a place where I can do that at present. Life has still been very hard, and it's still very unpleasant. I was at home trying to get on with things, and sensations called to go for a walk. And due to that, and due to the possibility of me getting annoyed by that situation, I thought I'll take the opportunity to post a video that could alleviate some emotions in a different way. And I'll explain that, and that's what this video is going to be for. So in other words, that's what someone who watches the video can get from it. An insight into my mental health problems and an insight into how I manage them and deal with them. So let me try and explain for you, and I apologise for the lack of light, but it is the middle of the night. So you'll have to only observe my face with passing light. So right, the problems, the main problem I've been having in life over the past few weeks is what I stated, my mental health, stopping me from sleeping, but more importantly, it's stopping me from resting. Every time I go to lie down, it seems to antagonize me with sensations and affects my breathing in those moments. And I've been getting very wound up by it. Very, very, very wound up by it, because obviously if you're not sleeping, that's a big factor on the body. But it's the rest. If you're not resting, that amplifies everything even more. So if you're not resting, it amplifies things even more. Sorry, bear with me one moment. And you can imagine if you've got a serious mental health disorder already and you're not really sleeping and you're not being allowed to rest, it's really going to highlight the nitty-gritty of your mental health. And that's why I'm not really bothered about how I've presented, because given the circumstances I've been placed under, putting myself out there and hurling verbal abuse, and do you know what, even if I was to stand there dancing around naked, swearing, and I don't know, doing something even more inappropriate than what I've done, and keep it controlled to that. So whatever I chose to express on video, as long as it's controlled and I know what I'm doing, it's beneficial, because that situation can't last forever, can it? That circumstance can't last forever. So it's riding out the wave and getting on with things. And I think, do you know what? I don't know if there's anybody out there that's and thank you for being patient with the pace of my speech. But I'm not going to rush myself. I'm going to get it out, and I'm not really concerned if anybody doesn't wish to follow. It's not the point. But I think I've done rather well, given everything. I'm not sure how many other people could have been placed in that exact situation and those exact circumstances, and as a spirit, as a soul, have done better. So with today, the reason I'm posting is because a week ago, when all the energy really started to ramp up and rest was began to be taken from me, and this is where I'm gonna explain to you the nitty-gritties of where I can draw the line with paranoia in a strange way as a result of my autism. So a week ago, when all this energy started to really ramp up and my rest began to be withdrawn, there was one of those nights, probably when I got up after being denied rest again. I switched on my computer or phone and opened up Facebook, and I saw an event on Facebook for today. I think it was some sort of musical event, some sort of nightclub event. And the name of the event was AM to PM Extraction, I believe. Now, if you bear with me, I'll explain. So in the moment, as I've tried to portray on a few videos, I feel the pressures of eternity, as I describe it, upon me. And in that moment, I saw this event. And I'm trying to remember for you, my psychosis kicked in. And I say psychosis, but it is psychosis. It is psychosis, but it's unfortunately become quite well readable. So it's becoming too coherent in its message, and it's presenting a very coherent story of late. And though the coherent story on this occasion was personal, so all the while lately my mental health was ramping up storylines alongside the lack of sleep that somehow with all these videos I've been posting, you all, society, has been hearing them on some level, and And this event was an attempt to somehow jump on top of the sleep problems I'd been having anyway, because you wanted to interfere with it even more. You wanted me to revert back to a normal sleep pattern. Now, the truth is, because of the way I approach life, because of the way my spiritual mind works and has developed, I don't deny a thing. So as much as I can see it as psychosis, and I'm well aware that if I claim that psychosis with any real level of conviction, that's where I really begin to become mad. So like now, when I'm a little bit when I'm granted a little bit of space, what I do, where in the moment that was personal, and I'm going to tie everything in. Don't worry, I know I've probably lost a few of you, if not everybody. But where I'm granted a little bit of space now, where in the moment that piece of psychosis was like, this is all for you, Andreas, you're the center of the universe, and this is what's happened. This event is because of you. I'm granted a bit of space at the present, and because I can't deny it, but because I also know it's madness to claim it's all for me, all I do is say, and this is actually what I would believe. I know there's something going on. I believe there's something going on. I don't deny that. That's what I can openly admit, but I don't know on what level. So I state that bit of psychosis, that in the moment where I was told that it was all for me, I step back and I say, well, I don't really know it's all for me. I don't know that that's all for me, and it could be that that event was somehow for others too. So where I'm experiencing sleep problems at present, I don't know others aren't experiencing sleep problems at present. And I don't know that event was just symbolic of something, and it applies to others also. And that's where I leave it, as a possibility in my mind to go ahead with life, and if life can clarify that situation, it can clarify it. But either way, what happened was, in the moment, the pressure I was under was so intense. When I saw this event on Facebook, I'd otherwise let most of my psychosis go, because I don't really wish to take on board any more of having to keep my mind open to things. But because the pressure I was under was so huge in that moment, I had to accept it. So in other words, life is saying to me, you can't get away from this one. You have to keep this one open. And this is where it borderlines on autism, because that's kind of like how I have to deal with autism, I think. I can't see the situation clearly enough to describe it, but it's like, bear with me on this so I can paint a picture for you. So let's talk it through. In the moment, the pressure's huge, and I don't wish to take on board any more bollocks psychosis to my life. I'd rather see what my mental health is trying to put on me, trying to tell me that, oh, this event is something, and say, oh, okay, is it? Fuck off. Or I let you go. But because the pressure is so huge, and I have to do something physical, active towards that pressure, otherwise I'll explode. I'll grab a hammer and, as I've said before, take it to my door frame. But I don't wish to do that anymore. So the other option is to accept the psychosis into my life. So in other words, what I'm saying is I have paranoid schizophrenia. But if I'm practical about the paranoia and only take on board the paranoid elements where I don't have a choice to life, then I can accept I have paranoid schizophrenia. I am paranoid. But I can also accept that it's not out of choice. Attachment to it. There's no real attachment to this event. But at the same time, as much as there's no real attachment to the thought that this event is something, and I get too wrapped up in my head about it, I just deal with it on an emotional level. So I feel the emotions towards the situation, really as a reminder of that moment when I switched on Facebook under so much pressure and I saw the event and something broke within my mind, because that's really what it is. And I separate out the paranoia and I keep it tidy. This is how I deal with the paranoia. Let's see. Yes, so the event, AM to PM extraction. I've been having problems with my sleep. Now the storyline is that on some sort of societal level, you're all fucking with me on sleep, on the level of sleep. And when I say me, it could be me. It could also be many others. Either way, you're fucking with me. And I do believe that. My sleep is being fucked with. And the irony is, the event is today. Now, I don't really know what AM to PM extraction means. my mind was trying to come up with ideas, and I don't wish to really settle on anything. I wish to not feed it as much as I can. But I was granted rest for the first time in days just now. And I woke up and my mind has settled because I'm just so tired, and I needed to come out for a walk. That as a matter of, and I don't even know if it's this, but it's just a matter of keeping my mind as clean and as tidy as possible. And I've seen that if I label the event, regardless of if it's true or not, I just put a label on it that this event was to switch. So if you look back over my videos over the past few weeks, I'm sure you will be aware that at night I tend to be a lot more angry as just a result of the situation. I tend to be shouting a lot more pissed off, and for some reason I can be a little bit more focused in the daytime. And to keep my mind tidy, my mind has seen that if I label the event to some sort of switch, so you want to switch my perception of the way I go about life, that I'm now a little bit more calmer at night, and the theory is tomorrow in the day I'm going to be a little bit more pissed off. We'll wait and see if that comes about. But that's how I've labelled it right now in the moment, so I can put the video out there, so I can deal with the pressures that I was under just before. Because if I can address the situation and the pressure of the event and put it out there on camera and verbalise it, it negates the emotions on some level. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just clearing away bollocks emotions regarding bollocks events, regarding bollocks psychosis, regarding bollocks society, regarding my bollocks life. So I hope you can all forgive me on that. But if you can somehow get your heads around the complexity of what I've just put across, there's something there to be seen in how to deal with paranoid schizophrenia. Because if you've got paranoid schizophrenia, you've got paranoid schizophrenia. You're never really going to get away from it. But there's a way you can manage it. So that's all that is. And that's why I'm not really bothered about paranoia. And just to give you a heads up on where I really am, so I'm not in the best place because of what I'm experiencing. I'm not in the best place because of what I've been experiencing. I'm not, and the pressures I've been under, and my life and reality. But in the moment, just when I was deciding to go for a walk, there were police cars outside, and another police car pulls up, and What I'm getting at is I don't give a fuck, you know. I little bits of drama like that in the world, I do my best to not look at and avoid. And when I went out my house, I walked the other way because I didn't want to see. I didn't want to feed my already overactive mind of any more unnecessary food that it isn't going to be good for it. So, tinfoil hatter, if you're genuine, because who puts the name out like that when they have a mental health disorder? But that's your prerogative. Maybe that's an aspect you can take on board. Otherwise, good morning to everybody, where I'm sure you're, if anybody's going to watch this, if anybody's going to watch this, it's going to be in the morning. Good morning.